they don't know how to dream. They don't know themselves. They don't love themselves. Low vibrational energy, all they know is darkness. Give yourself permission to choose yourself. And you will have joy at every corner. And your dreams start to come true. Your tribe, your vibe. I'm getting the feeling like you're trying to find the right people. Those people that are in line with your vibration. That soul tribe. You know, the right type of people. The right type of friend circle. You know, chosen family. That is important. Find people. It is important to be around like-minded individuals. People who share your morals. People who share your values. People who have similar beliefs as you. Because then you realize, like, say, your tribe, your vibe, like, y'all are all vibing at that same frequency. If you're around people who are vibrating at a place of, like, revenge, shame, guilt, regret, and that's not how you live your life, well, you're around that type of energy, so you're going to start picking that up. And it may make you feel drained because you're trying to bring the positivity. Or you may disagree with these people, or you may feel like you don't fit in. You may feel like a black sheep. And that's like an indicator for you. That's a sign for you that, hey, you know, you're hanging around, you know, individuals who are not in alignment with your vibration. You know, I used to hate those things where it's just like, you know, at least when I was a kid, you heard a lot, you are the company you keep. And of course, when you're younger, they're talking about like different things, but you know, those old adages really stay with me because it's like, if you want to keep hanging around with low vibrational people, you'll be in a low vibration. So you want to find people that are in line with your vibration. And you have to know what your vibration is. Like, if you want to be in a place of shame, guilt, revenge, no judgment. This is a judge-free zone. I'm not knocking it. There may be something you're learning from that. But if you want to be in a place of happiness, joy, love, excitement, fulfillment, then you need to find individuals that vibrate at those frequencies, people that are in line with those frequencies. All right. We got becoming a nobody, healthy boundaries, and disconnect. And these are all very dark and gray. Like, you see the blackness in them. Whereas, like, when we had, like, your vibe, your tribe, it's like you see the pink, you see, like, different colors, like purple, blue, green, like heart chakra, you know, crown chakra, you know, all those things. Where here's just, like, darkness, just all darkness. And it's like, and when I was saying you felt like a black sheep, I mean, with all this blackness out here, you possibly could. You could feel alone. You could feel isolated. You could feel like no one understands you. You know, no one relates to you. And you could probably just stay by yourself and like become this nobody. And it's not to say that you're nobody. It's more so you're putting yourself in that place because you're keeping yourself hidden. You're keeping yourself isolated. And you're allowing low vibrational energy to make you feel like you can't find people that are vibrating at your frequency or people who appreciate you and everything that you have to offer. You know, in order to find your tribe, you have to put yourself out there. You have to experience things. And I understand some of you cannot, it may not just be a friend circle. It may not just be a work environment. It can actually be family. And it is very hard to, you know, completely cut off family. There are some people that go no contact. Again, judgment-free zone. You have to do what's best for you. You know, a big piece of that is, you know, developing healthy boundaries and not allowing these low vibrational energies that could be, you know, friends, it could be family, really cross your boundaries so you can stay in this high vibrational place. So it doesn't affect your energy. So you don't feel like you're misunderstood. So you don't feel like you're a black sheep. So you don't isolate. You know, it's important for you to disconnect and know it can be challenging when it's loved ones, especially family. Just because you don't agree, you know, you choose to live your life differently, doesn't mean you love them any less. disconnect healthy boundaries. Sometimes we have to love people from a distance. Sometimes we can't give our all or, share our gifts or share our opinions or wisdom or support because it would be taken advantage of. You'll be left feeling drained. You'll be left feeling like you aren't good enough or the black sheep. That is why it's important to disconnect. And again, that's not to say you don't love them or you will never love them again. Like, no. That just means I'm going to love you from a distance because I love myself more than anybody else on this earth. More than my mom, more than my dad, more than my siblings, more than my significant other. I love myself. And if that means I have to choose me, then I choose me. And I can truly sit here and say it's easier said than done, 100%. But you'd be amazed how you'll start to feel when you put these boundaries in place. When you start choosing yourself and putting yourself first, you'll be amazed at how your energy, you might have more energy for things. Your skin may look different. Your hair may look different. People might say everything looks different about you and nothing really has changed. It's just that you now have more energy for things instead of becoming a nobody and you just want to sit at home and isolate and do nothing. Possibly disconnecting from these low vibrational energies, you may find you have more energy to go out and explore, to try new things, go different places, meet new people. You are worth it. And that's what you need to understand. You need to understand you will always be worth it. I love this. Trust your intuition, murky waters, jar of dreams, and endless serendipity. Trust your intuition, murky waters, jar of dreams, endless serendipity. We're about to, if you're in the US, we're about to come up on the 4th of July. And this reminds me so much of 4th of July. It's like fireworks. There's the Katy Perry fireworks. It's just have a good time. And in this trust your intuition card, you see she's blindfolded. It's you have to trust yourself. You have to know that you are making the best decision for yourself, the best decision for your highest good, what is in, your greatest, highest good. You have to know that you will never steer yourself wrong. You can't lead yourself wrong. These are the things that you want, not what people say you should want or society says you want or, loved ones' input. This is truly you. And, the waters may feel murky. Like I said, it's not, and again, that's how I was saying, easier said than done. I'm not sitting here saying, to cut off family and loved ones or, create healthy boundaries. Disconnect is easy. Or to, maybe move and relocate so you can, get a new friend group. You might have had friends you grew up with all your life. I'm not trying to say this is easy, and that's why, the waters are murky, and they, you can't really see through the water. You don't really know what's there or what, is waiting for you beyond in the deep. But the further you go out, the more you trust yourself, the more that you believe that you're doing what is best for you, the waters will clear up, and your dreams start to come true. All the things that people are these people who have low vibrational energy, they, that keeps you very small. That keeps you, not achieving your dreams, your highest good. And so it's almost like they're tucked off in a dream where you you might not even tell these people this is your dream because if you share your dreams, they might be, you might be put down for them. I guess I say shit it on. It's they might shit on your dreams or, make you feel like it's idiotic to even have dreams or silly to have dreams. And it's just that's because they have no dreams. Understand that. That is a projection. They don't know how to dream. They don't know themselves. They don't love themselves. Being in that low vibrational energy, all they know is darkness. So if you can't share your dreams with these people, if you can't truly be yourself, then, what are you really there for? Just simply because you have feelings for them or you were born to them. Nothing will ever change that. If that's your blood family, nothing will ever change that. They will always be that. Give yourself permission to choose yourself. Give yourself permission to try. Give yourself permission to chase all those dreams you have tucked off in a jar, because you'll have endless serendipity. Like, you will have fulfillment. You will have joy at every corner, at every turn, because you're doing what you want to do. You're bringing into the world the things you've always dreamed of. You're making your dreams a reality. We all have our own power. We all have the power to create our own reality. And if you're telling yourself it won't be easy, or I'll never be able to do that, or I'll never be able to put up healthy boundaries, well, you're telling yourself that. How does, you're already saying you can't do something. So how can you possibly begin to bring something into fruition, begin to see it in reality, if you're already saying you can't do it? You have to trust yourself. You have to trust your intuition. If you're being guided towards something, if you're being led towards something, do it and know that you would never steer yourself wrong. And that's why you have to trust yourself. And trusting yourself, not steering yourself wrong with that endless serendipity out here, you wouldn't steer yourself to a place of gloom and doom and stress. That's just not where you would steer yourself. And then you have to trust yourself. You have to know yourself. And if you know yourself and you know that you would never do that, then you'll have endless joy. Not to say you won't run into a few problems here and there, a few stresses. It's life. We're meant to experience mistakes and stresses. That's how we learn and can appreciate the success we have, appreciate the life we want to live. So don't let a mistake get you down, or, running into like a few stressors, like, or even if you mess up, if you fall off the wagon, you might go back to something. Sometimes when we put in enough work and like we fall off a wagon, when we go back there, we realize, you know what? I was in the right path anyway. Like, sometimes we fall off the wagon, but guess what? We can always get back up and get right back on it. It's possible. We can always begin again. We can always start again. And sometimes it is good to fall off the wagon, because when you really get there, it's like confirmation. Like, you know what? This really wasn't for me. I really was headed in the right direction. And then you will be confident, I'll never go back. For some people who are in toxic, abusive environments and situations, relationships, they say that sometimes it takes people, at least 7 times before they leave abusive, situations for good. Some would say, why would it take you that long? Ignore them. It ain't their life and ain't their lesson. It's yours. And if that's what you must do to get to that final point where you're like, you know what, I am enough, I know I will never go back, then that's what you have to do. And that's your process. Trust your process. Trust yourself. And not everyone will take 7 times. It's just a statistic. Don't let statistics define you. It shouldn't define any of us. It's just a number. That number does not define you. It's not your life. It doesn't say you. It doesn't have your name on it. And it's like there could be, like, you're feeling that, like, emotional baggage. Like, it's hard to run away from that. It's hard to be like, oh, it's not there. It doesn't exist. It does. Like, we all have emotional baggage. We try to like trump our emotional baggage or pretend it's not there. Like, we all have it. Like, it's part of the human experience. It's part of being humans. Our emotions make us human. Our ability to love, our ability to feel, our ability to care, it does not make you weak. We learn about ourselves through our emotions, and we can learn how strong we are. And if your emotions are telling you like, I deserve better, or I could be doing better, listen to yourself. And that doesn't mean you won't be sad from time to time or feel like you're missing out or missing these people, or like, say, it could be a family dynamic where like you're no longer at like the Thanksgivings and the Christmases and the birthdays. That can really like, and that's sometimes what like narcissists or toxic environments they play on. They play on your emotions. You have to learn that you are stronger than your emotions. Allow yourself to feel them. Like people who try to like, I'm not going to cry, or I know I shouldn't be sad. No, give yourself time to feel it. And don't stay in that place forever, 15 minutes, an hour. Typically, like when you cry, when you get that like horrendous, like ugly cry, like, snot everywhere, it doesn't last long. If you allow yourself to like just feel it, you will normally like self-soothe or like stop like crying probably like within 15, 20 minutes. It doesn't last long. So it's like allow things to run its course, allow your emotions to exist. But just because you're allowing your emotions to exist, just because you're accepting them, doesn't mean you're running backwards. It means that I'm giving myself space to feel this. And the more and more you do that, you accept your emotions, you'll find that you start to care less and less. Like those emotions control you less and less because you've accepted them and you're ready to move past them. Could take a year, it could take 6 months, it could take 2 years. But as long as you're doing the work and giving yourself that space to feel the things that you want to feel, that emotional baggage does not own you. You don't have to carry that baggage everywhere with you. You'll find like, what seemed like 3 big suitcases is down to like maybe a little like tiny knapsack, like like the fool when he has that little tiny knapsack. That's all that's left. A memory. And when you think of it, you may feel X, Y, and Z, but because you're in a place where you're with your soul tribe, the people who vibrate like you're having more fun than you ever thought could, more than you ever thought existed. You realize how the things that you thought you would miss, or the things you thought you were giving, that you had to give up, that you did give up, matter less and less to you. Like, it's a point of life. These are all lessons, and it's unfortunate for people who end up in toxic, abusive, negative environments. I myself was born into one. And I could sit there and say, woe is me, or people don't understand, or like, things were rigged. I could sit there and stay in that place. Or I could shift my perspective and say, why? What was the purpose of me being born into this? What was the purpose of me being born and forced to be around these type of people? There's a reason. God works in mysterious ways, and we will never know his ways. Some of us won't know till we die. Like, it's just what it is. But understand there's a reason for it. And if we stay in that low vibration, we'll never understand the high vibration. And for me, personally, being born into that type of environment, it allowed me to see people. I developed like such insight, like an understanding that you would never believe. And it's like, so when I run into these people in the real world now on my own, oh, I know what that is. Check, gone. No, not in my energy. I don't want to be around those type of people. I know how to spot those things. That was a lesson for me. And it's a great lesson. It's a very healthy lesson. Because these people exist in the world. And it also made me aware that people like this exist in the world. But I don't have to have them around me. And I don't think, it also got me to understand why, it's just not black and white, that people are born evil or people are born mad. No, they're not. I asked a lot of questions and I saw a lot of things. I paid attention to a lot of things, and I actually understood why certain family members were the way that they were. Some of it is a cycle, and we make a choice to continue the cycle. I made a choice. I didn't want to be part of that anymore. That doesn't mean that I won't say hello, and it took time. Like, I couldn't just, when I decided to separate myself, it didn't mean that I could go out and be with them all the time. No, because there was a constant play on my emotions. There was a constant play on my empathy, and I had to understand that. I had to disconnect and create healthy boundaries. But I can appreciate those people, and I can appreciate my upbringing because it made me who I am today. And I love who I am today. I love the person who I am. I couldn't get here without them. So I understand that. Not that they made me who I am. No, I'm not giving them credit to say they made me who I am, but it helped me make the choice to be the person I want to be today. So do not let this emotional baggage define you. Like, your emotions are a gift to you. They help to tell you what you like, what you don't like, what's in line with you, what you're not in line with. Like, you have a fighting spirit. Like, you're willing to go round for round, like, for what you believe you deserve, what you are worthy of, the type of people you want to be around. Like, keep fighting. Do not give up on yourself. Like I said, even if it takes 7 times, 7 tries, 7 years, never stop fighting for what you believe and the things you want to see in this world, okay? Last 2 cards out was manifesting magic and goal setting. It's like, set the goals, baby. Set the goals, and, make realistic goals that, like I said, it's okay if you fall off the wagon. But sometimes the way we don't fall off the wagon is just by setting goals that are realistic to us. So let's say eventually you want to go no contact with a friend circle or a family dynamic. It takes time to get there. We can't just go cold turkey. Some people, it does work for them. So, more power to you. But some people it doesn't, especially when emotions. So it could be simple as, I'm not going to see them one day out of the week. Or I'm only going to talk to them on the phone one day out of the week. These are all realistic goals you can set. You know where you are in terms of what needs to be done. Or I'm going to save this amount of money so I can move. And it may just be $5 a week, but that can turn into something. Set a goal and stick to it. And then watch yourself manifest magic. You can bring whatever you want into this world into fruition and have that endless goal you want. You're in this type of space right now where you're manifesting things. You are a manifester. You are a magic manifester, a master manifester. You can manifest anything you want to see in this world. Set your goals. Trust your intuition. Believe in yourself. Know that you are worthy. And if you fall, it's okay. Like, it's all right if we fall. You can always get back up. You are worthy of that soul tribe. You're already, like I said, manifesting magic. The first card we had out was, your tribe, your vibe. You're manifesting. Oh, you're already doing it. You're already calling in your tribe. You're already calling in the people that you want to, like-minded individuals. You start with yourself by raising your vibration, by getting yourself in a place where you know you are worthy, where you are confident in yourself, you trust your intuition, that you love yourself. That raises your vibration. So you're going to start attracting people, like-minded individuals that radiate at that level. So already know, you're already manifesting the things you want to see. Just believe in yourself and know that anything you want, you can have.